Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. There's how you contact the show. We're sorry we're late. I came in this morning. I wanted to do some lighting adjustments. And as you can see, I did some lighting adjustments and I made the studio a little too dark. So I'm back. Josh says, oh my God, yes, he's back. Hold on 30 seconds. Please bear with me. We got a great lineup this morning. Let me see if I could do something to change the lighting. So Josh, go to card. We're not going to commercial. Stay with us about 30 seconds, folks. Let me correct this. All right, folks. Josh, we got to figure out what happened. I'm still very dark. How does it look on TV? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's... Okay. Just check it, folks. My gosh, I tell you what, I came in and I tried to do some things and I should not have done some things. You know me, I changed some lighting around. Enough with that said. So let's get on with the show. I apologize, folks, this morning for it being, 8:09 and me fumbling around trying to get started. This is not, I'm Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, I have asked you out there the simple question I asked this morning on Facebook. Okay, I went to Facebook and I asked a simple question. Is Jeffrey Epstein dead? Okay. So I watched all 4 of the news shows yesterday. MSNBC, NBC, Chuck Todd, he did not deal with it. Okay. CBS did a little bit. ABC came right out of the box with it. And Fox News, but you know what? Is he dead? That's my question. Is Jeffrey Epstein dead? How many times am I going to ask that? So, Josh, put up the email address, everything. Put everything up. Okay. There is this phone here. Okay. You want to call me and tell me your theory on Jeffrey Epstein? I'm good with that. Give me a call. All right. First of all, text me at this message. Phone number, I'm sorry, text me at that phone number. There's the email address, and there's all the social media ways you could follow the show. Text me there, all right? Send me an email or go to Facebook, Facebook, FYN TV, Instagram, all of the above, and follow the show and send me messages. So is Jeffrey Epstein dead? Now, I am going to get into that. We're going to get into that. I find it interesting, okay? These are the released pictures, okay? Now, have these been released? Who did this? Okay. Give me, Josh, are you up to 32? Or are you up there where I could get 32 on the board? I know I've been working on, there you go. Folks, you need to maybe go in, maybe we need to work on the white balance on the camera or something when we take a break, Josh, or in the program. But anyhow, this is a picture on the internet that we're being led to believe. Now, wait a minute. I don't want to. We're not going to get into this story right now. We're being led to believe that that is Jeffrey Epstein coming into the hospital. And then here, let's go with number 33, Josh. Okay. And this is apparently what they are leading us to believe is Jeffrey Epstein in the hospital. Why these pics? When will we see the pic of, the bed sheet tied up? A lot here, just when we thought we were solving the JFK murder. But we're not going there yet. Because for me, right now, and we're going to do that. We're going to do a full segment on that. Do you know who, and yes, the conspiracy theory and what the president did. But this is the segment we're going to do right now. Number 21. Now, every town for gun safety. I brought this to you after the Parkland shooting. I did a full segment on this show. BKP, I did a full segment on this show about this months ago, a long time ago. I asked everybody to watch this. Okay, watch this right here. Every town for gun safety. Now, this is the number, Josh, give me number 16. Stay there before you go to 16. Go back to that one. Now, this organization is focused on taking your guns. Totally and completely focused on taking your guns. Every town for gun safety, okay? Now, they did a lot of marketing. You got the red, white, and blue in here. It looks like it's patriotic. They did some testing on every town. It's not big city, okay? It's not every big city in America for gun safety. It's not Chicago, New York, LA, okay, Houston for gun safety. They stayed away from the word city or anything that sounded like really large metropolitan areas, and they went for town. Now, I want to break this down for a reason, and I want you to know this because you need to talk to your friends because the ultimate goal is to take your guns, okay? Yes, okay, They want to outlaw people-to-people sales. Okay, they don't want you to be able, if your friend, if you have a friend and they say, hey, I have this gun, and hey, what will you take for it? $500, and you write down the serial number of the gun, and you sign a little thing saying, hey, the gun's now in your possession. Here's your $500. They want a background check. Okay. Because everybody has that one crazy friend that shouldn't have a gun. Right? No, but they want a background check. So watch what's happening, but they used every town, I'm breaking this down for a reason, every town for gun safety. Because people still mentally associate town with, the fire chief and the police chief and the mayor of the town, every town. And I'm saying that for a reason because they're playing on words because they think every town in America wants for gun safety. Nobody wants to go against safety, right? Everybody is in favor of safety. But don't forget, these people are set up to take your guns. I have made a decision to change the direction I'm going here, Josh. So let's go to number 22. Who are these people? Moms demand action for gun sense in America. Moms demand action. Why, God, you can't go against moms. Why, moms are the backbone of this country. Without moms, where would we be? Without moms, we would have never probably went to Little League practice because Dad was busy working. Oh my God. And Mom drove us a little. I know, I went off the rails there. I know what you're saying. Oh my God. You're implying Mom has the job of driving the little kiddies to practice and Dad does the bringing home the bacon? Where have you been, buddy? No, that's not the point. But who can go? They're playing on your emotions. They're playing on your eyes, okay? Moms demand action. Well, you know, we got to keep the children safe. We have spent billions of dollars on the government institutions that we now call schools. We still put the sign out front that says elementary school. Oh my God, we all remember our little elementary school, and the bell would ring in the morning and we would sing to the teacher, "Good morning, teacher. It's great to be here. You're the greatest teacher," whatever the hell, right? But no, they're government institutions with a school name out front. And don't go blaming the teachers and don't go blaming the superintendent of schools and the principal, because they're just following the government orders. Oh, you will too one day. I'm in one of those moves. So number 23. Students demand action. You can't go against the students. I mean, moms, small town America, we're all demanding action. Now, I want to ask you, how did they know? Now, I'm not going conspiracy theory this morning, but how did they know to fire this little organization up the way they did and to start running it, and it would pay off for them? Because I'm going to tell you something. You better get on the phone and tell your congressman and your senator you do not want a federal red flag law. Now, what I'm saying is, you're going to say, you mean you don't want common sense gun legislation? Folks, every time they tell me common sense gun legislation, they're telling me the people that have no damn common sense at all are going to be the ones to write a law that says common sense gun legislation. Safety. No. We cannot allow these people to determine our Second Amendment right in what they call common sense background checks, gun legislation. We cannot allow these people, okay, to decide that we don't need these military style type weapons. That's all you keep hearing. Military grade, military style. No one needs 100 rounds to kill a deer. You're a terrible deer hunter if you have to. We do not need a government to determine our firearms and what we have the right to as law-abiding citizens under the guise of background checks, universal background checks, under the guise of everybody wants it, under the guise of, hey, you know what, common sense gun, all the above. Because, you see, every town, number one, for gun safety, 21. My bad, we'll get to the red flag laws in a minute. Every town for gun safety, right? They held a big candidate at the Iowa State Fair Forum. And they all rolled up there, Kamala Harris, Joe, they're all on stage for the Every Town for Gun Safety Forum at the Iowa State Fair. Who is that? Well, wait a minute. Let's just go. Forget the byline. We'll go back to the byline in a minute. Let's go to number 11. Iowa State Fair. Okay. What's the backdrop? Students demand action. Mom demands action. Gun Sense Forum. The Gun Sense Forum. That's the backdrop. Joe was right there. Being bought and paid for. Okay. Oh, there is the woman that grew up in a wigwam or tent or whatever it is. TP number 12. Number 12. Will gun laws change after latest mass shooting? Let's see. She happens to be standing at the Students Demand Action, Hometown Gun Safety, Moms Demand Action. She happens to be standing in front of the backdrop of the forum there. And she doesn't want to be owned by corporate media. Let's see if I have any more before we go to this. Okay. Just want to check something, Josh. I don't remember if I put any more up, and it'll take just a second. So we see leave her there. We'll see the backdrop, right? And let's see, backdrop. I'm just checking, folks. All right, let's see here again. Okay. Again, number 53, the byline's different. It's about Epstein's death. But here's another shot from MSNBC this morning where you can see she uses the background there. I could have had Kamala Harris, all of them. They were all there. So the background you see, okay, number 21, every town for gun safety, right? And, all right. Every town for gun safety. And who is this? Who are they all kissing the ring of? None other than number 16. They're kissing the ring of Michael Bloomberg. You see, Michael Bloomberg has put this in action a long time ago. We did a segment here. Every town for gun safety, Michael Bloomberg. Okay? Michael Bloomberg. Moms demand action. Every time you see the media act like this is this grassroots organization of moms, why, these moms just finished baking some cookies and fixing a casserole for the church dinner, but they're out here with their moms demand action signs. They're just moms in every town in America. No, they are not. They are paid moms. I don't know how anything I'm saying sounds this morning. They are paid to be in the organization. They are paid to show up and look like the mom that just finished baking cookies for the church bake sale. They are totally organized with millions of dollars behind them to help this guy take our guns. You need to be clear, America, all right? The emotion, all right? The emotion. You got this jackass in Ohio, Tim Ryan, leads a caravan to Mitch McConnell's house. What? So they can all shout profanity at Mitch and say, stab the MFer in the heart, whatever. They are stirring emotion. Will this Walmart shooting in El Paso, will this shooting in Dayton, will this be the final straw, right? Final straw. Now, Michael Bloomberg. $36 million. Now that's that. I think there may be more. $36 million. They're not playing with chump change, okay? These students, why, they look like the students that just got out of algebra class, but they're not, folks. They're well organized. Their scripts are written for them. Well, they look like the kid that just tried to climb the rope in gym class. They're not. Students for Action are not who you think they are. Moms for Action are not who you think they are. This is the piece of garbage, this former New York City mayor that does not want you to have a gun. You go, I tell you all the time, I cannot do it on this show. I do not have the time. But you are the research department out there. Go and look and see if you don't agree by tomorrow that this guy wants your guns. Period. And he's putting the money in it, and you see for yourself, where is the front runner? Okay? We talk about owning candidates. Where is the front runner? Let's go back to Biden, number 11. Where is he standing? in Iowa. Right? Right in front of the Forum. That was a big deal this past weekend. All right? Yes, I understand Epstein is dead. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's on a deserted island drinking a Mai Tai, laughing his ass off, counting his billions of dollars while we're searching for signs and evidence of if he is really dead. Maybe he is just yucking it up somewhere. I know, you know, we all scream for ice cream. Epstein. Conspiracy theories this morning are blown up. We'll go into that. But where's Joe standing? Let's not gloss over with Epstein being dead. They want your guns. Now, one more thing on this issue. All right? They may have found Democrats the issue for Joe Biden in his past that they could coalesce around, right? So every time, it seems like it was just a month ago, they were getting it out of the way. Oh my God, don't fall for this BS. They were getting it out of the way a month ago or so, right? That Joe liked working with segregationists in the Senate. Well, they were yucking it up. They were buddies, right? And Kamala Harris, 1-2 punched him in a debate and it was going to knock him out. And guess what? She didn't win that one. She went up in the polls a little bit. Joe survived the 1-2 punch out. And then the next debate, the girl from out there, the little sweet thing, I know I'm in trouble, but what the hell? Let's keep it rolling. Sweet thing from Hawaii threw a 1 or 2 punch on Kamala. Holy smokes, man. Boom, boom. Now her ratings are down. Her polling numbers are down. Guess who is right here? Joe. And they may have found an issue from Joe's past that they can work with. Why, Joe Biden said this weekend, number 58, banning assault weapons works. Now, it's irrelevant that he said the kids from the Parkland shooting came up to his office at VP and sat down with him. That's irrelevant. That is just a lie. A pure lie. It's irrelevant. We don't care. We don't care that white kids, poor kids are as smart as white kids. We don't care. Lying, stumbling, bumbling, all that goes by the wayside in Bloomberg's world and the media and what they're doing to our congressmen and senators. Joe Biden banning assault weapons works. Why does he come up with that? Let's see what I got here. Let's see what this one says. There's another one on byline number 56. Give me that one. Joe Biden banning assault weapons works. And I thought I had the one. Hang tight, folks. Hang tight. I got this one of Biden here somewhere. Just stay tight. I thought I had it up. I thought I had it. Maybe, let's see. That's not it. I had one. I thought I had it up, and I can't find it right now, where it shows Biden back in the time when he actually helped take your guns. He was participating in taking your guns. So Joe Biden says this weekend, banning assault weapons work, right? That's what he says. Then he says, so he knows firsthand because he has participated in efforts to take your guns. So they may have found the one issue that could coalesce behind old, decrepit, stumbling, bumbling Joe Biden. Now, let's go to number 1. We'll take a break. I know, you're like, really? You passed up Epstein? No. Number 1, extreme risk red flag laws. What are they? Extreme risk individuals. Who is going to determine extreme risk individuals? Because I'm going to tell you, there's a saying I have in my business here, okay? When I meet you and you come in to work for the company and you whatever, or anybody I meet, I say, everybody seems nice. Everybody does. Everybody seems nice. That's right. Extreme risk individual. Family and law enforcement to intervene. Family and law. This was on Meet the Press yesterday with Chuck Todd. Enforcement to intervene. Family. I got a crazy cousin. My crazy uncle has no business with 92 weapons in the house, 6 cats, 3 Confederate flags out in the yard. I'm telling you, he's an extreme risk. Temporary remove guns. You really think that they are going to temporarily remove your guns, put you through a psychiatric... All right, here's what's going to happen, man. I know you're going through a divorce, and she says she's scared, and you say you're scared, and, whatever. You say she's going to poison you. She says she's afraid you're going to shoot. I understand. I get all that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the guns. Everybody relax. You're going to go through a 12-month psychiatric evaluation. After 12 months, if the shrink says, hey, he got through the divorce okay, he's okay, she's okay, she got through it okay, she didn't shoot his ass, or whatever, give the gun back. I don't see it, folks. I do not see temporary remove guns. Red flag laws. Now, here's my opinion. No federal red flag laws. State laws. Now, you're going to disagree with me on this, okay, because you're going to say states should not do this. You're going to say the Constitution provides for the Second Amendment. The Constitution in the Second Amendment provides for our right to have our firearms. Okay, I get it. That's a national right. But what I'm going to say here is they should not touch the Second Amendment. They keep tweaking and turning and moving the Second Amendment. They should not do any of that. Period. But the states, if states choose to do individual state laws on certain things, I think it's overstepping their bounds of the federal government and our Constitution, but leave it up to the states. And then you and I can fight it out with our state representatives, our state senators, our governors, whatever. We could choose the people we want within our state to have the laws that we want on the books. Campus carry, constitutional carry, right to bear arms, whatever in your state and wherever. But the federal government, no red flag laws. I could go on and on and on. Folks, let me go for one more thing, just quick. 21. Everytown gun safety, watch that. Okay? Again, using Everytown. Number 22. These are not moms baking cookies at the house. They want you to believe that. Number 23, they're writing the script. Don't believe 1 minute. And this guy, we cannot allow this guy to put this is his organization, number 16, millions and millions of dollars into taking our guns. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break now. Let's go to number 3 just a minute. Who wrote the script? I want to know who wrote the script for this little girl, all right? Because this is the ripping the children from their parents that they warned us about. I'm your host, BKP. Take a brief break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. Josh, it can't be the lighting. I don't take that wrong. It can't. Maybe these do overpower. I've got some new lights in the studio. We got to figure something out, okay? But it's not the end of the world. I don't know how the lighting is. How is the lighting so bad you can't see this? Boom! Wait a minute. Josh, you didn't tell me it was going to be half in. What the heck, Josh? How come my... Oh, there it is. Oh! I ruined the boom. Let me try this again. Josh, like I've killed the element of surprise. How's the lighting? There you go. Oh, folks, I love being back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, on Monday mornings, I only have till 9:50. I do not feel I wasted your time. I did not. I know you want to get straight into Epstein, whatever the hell the pedophile's name is. I know you want to go there. I get it, okay? I get it. I asked a question. Do you think he is dead? There you go. Show me there on the screen. Here's how you get in touch with us. There's a phone number. You can text me. You can call and tell me you don't think he's dead. I don't care. Text me and say, hey, I want to tell you I think he's dead. Don't think he's dead. I don't care if you tell me the CIA has him somewhere in a third world country, with whatever. I don't care. Chief@fetchanews.com, and there's the social media ways to follow the show. All right, Josh, I get it. But here's what I want to go to. All right. I want to have the Mississippi, okay? Now, over in Mississippi, they raided last week. We will get to the scumbags, Bill Richardson and George Mitchell and the old Prince Andrew. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? We know they're all in there. We know it. You know it. Dead men tell no tales, period. Signed... Jeffrey Epstein. We'll get there, okay? Now, the media's love. They are a danger. The media, the corporate, what do I say? Hashtag corporate corrupt. The corrupt corporate deep state media. They are a threat to this country. They are. And they have been waiting for how long to get us our child ripped away from mom and dad. Okay, now number 3, dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal. Dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal, right? I was thinking the other day, Josh, Saturday and Sunday. I was thinking, am I going to have to do my Bill Clinton today? I have never, now leave it there, we'll talk about that. I have never, my ADD is in full direction. I have never's a long time. Why the hell do I say never? But I'm going to tell you, it's been a long time since I have went on social media and seen the Clintons related to Epstein's death and all the conspiracy theory and everything going on. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Because you know why? And the media is freaking out. Because here's what Donald Trump knows. I shouldn't do this segment right. I'm going to have to do this over so you can get in there. Donald Trump knows if he creates and controls the media this morning, folks, and he is in tune with conspiracy theory, you will Google Clintons, you will Google the hashtags, you will Google this stuff, and unless Google manipulates the search, millions and millions of Americans are learning who Ron Brown is this morning. They're learning who Vince Foster is. They're learning that Ron Brown died in a plane crash with what appeared to be a bullet hole in his head. Huh? Hell, you say. Would somebody on the plane shot him? Why shoot him? He would die in a crash. But would somebody shoot him before he got on the plane? Why didn't they give a fuel check? I mean, pilot, all right, this thing's got half a tank of fuel. I'll go down. Anyhow, so that's why the media will talk about it. So they found the girl. My dad's not a criminal. Do you know, America, how many people are being arrested today that their dad is not a criminal, but they're getting arrested, okay? So let's go through a couple of these, okay? Number 4, we're going to go through her written statement that she cried for the media oh, it was great, right? So number 4, the Bradenton Herald, many Hispanics in Manatee live in fear. They will not become targets of racist violence. Why are you living in fear? I'm going to tell you what. I've been, this is Bradenton Herald, and and people in Manatee. I have been in South Florida on the coast, okay, on the West Coast right there, and I have gotten up in the morning and gone up to the local 7-Eleven to get a coffee in Florida, and I am just not seeing Hispanics living in fear. I'm seeing where I can't hardly get in the 7-Eleven because they're in there getting their coffee and their donuts or whatever they get because they're going to work. I just don't see them in fear. But they say they're living in fear. El Paso shooting heightens tremendous fear of the daily life of the Latinos in Mississippi. You should only be in daily fear, the Latinos in Mississippi, if, one, you have forged your Social Security card. Because nobody wants to talk about that. It is so hilarious. This media is a danger to America, a total danger to our democracy, a danger to who we are. We have to bring down, and you're going to freak on me on this, but we have to bring down the corrupt corporate mainstream media. We have to. They are the enemy of the people, okay? You do not see any news cycles where the people in Mississippi, they were checking their Social Security cards because they were fake driver's license, fake credentials, fake birth certificates, right? Now nobody's checking into that. The Boston, that's you should be in fear. All right? It's no surprise because Donald Trump hates us. They're scared. Donald Trump hates us. So let's see what the next one is. Number 5, you have Chuck Todd immigration debate. ICE arrests 668 people at food processing plants. Why didn't you tell the schools? Well, you could have told. Really? Well, you could have warned, like, everybody they were coming. Okay, so let's see what we got next. Let me see if I have any more pictures on this, and then we want to go to a couple things here. Hang tight. I'm coming. All right, this is CNN, a little byline I want to run, number 25, Josh. Acting CBP chief defends Mississippi ICE raids. Morgan, they're not raids, but targeted law enforcement operations. Well, I am sorry, sir. Targeted law enforcement operations, they just don't sell as, like on TV as raids. ICE raids is selling. We have done the testing. We have done the focus group testing, and ICE raids are testing much higher than actual law enforcement, targeted law enforcement ops. Now, law enforcement has special units, all of them do, that work on different, whether it's drug cases, whatever, and they pick the perfect timing that they feel they're ready to enforce the law. You see what I'm saying? Let me go with this. They pick the timing that they're ready to enforce the law. So, it's targeted law enforcement operations. All right? And here is this guy again. We'll just throw it out there because we're getting ready to show you the written script of the little girl. Number 27, Acting Commissioner of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Mark Morgan, talking about the ICE raids. He's defending them. How dare you defend them? How can you defend the president at this time? Number 29, all right. Here's just another byline real quick. The police going in there. Okay. And then we have, let's see if I have anything else on this. Then we got 39. I think I already showed you this. CBP chief defends Mississippi ICE raids. Defends. Do you listen to the words? You know me by now. If you're not new to the audience, words. Words is what gets me. I watch all these corrupt media outlets to pick up the words they're trying to sell America today. Defends Mississippi ICE raids. It's not uphold the law. The byline doesn't say Acting CBP Chief upholds the law in Mississippi, law enforcement, targeted law enforcement operation, right? How about that for a byline? Acting CBP chief upholds the law in Mississippi targeted law enforcement operation. No, that's not the byline. He defends it. It's the law, okay? Absolutely, it's the law. Let me see. I got a couple more I want to do. And see if I have anything else on this. All right, leave that up there right there. Let's go to the video of this young lady, okay? And I want, before we go to the video, you know which one I'm talking about, Josh? Before we go to the video, what I'd like for you to do is, this is her first day of school, all right? I don't know if she's 5, 6 years old, or whatever. She's crying on cue. Now, there's a couple different videos. There's a video where she's speaking Spanish, and then there's the English version. I swear to God. There's I didn't pull that up. I think this is the English version, but there's the one where she's speaking Spanish as the, maybe this is the one. I'm not for sure. But this is written, okay? No way this 5, 6-year-old knows what to say here. She is crying on cue. Let's just play it, and then we'll come back and break it down. You watch for yourself.
I don't want my dad. No, the Hispanic people are not doing nothing bad. They're not stealing nothing. I can't do nothing but please open the door for the parents. I'm stuck over there in jail. I'm not gonna have nothing. It's the first day of school for me. My dad bought my everything for me to live over here. The rent, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. And I'm so lonely right now. I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal. So the government, please put your heart. Let my parents be free with everybody else, please. Don't leave the child with cryiness and everything.
Really? How many news cycles are leaving out that it wasn't hours, wasn't even hours that this young lady was, with her mom, this little child? Google it. She was with her mom. So there is the first day of school. She doesn't know what she's going to eat. She's crying on demand. Government have a heart? Government have a heart? Have you ever seen the? Have you ever watched law enforcement or had an opportunity to see? And I say opportunity, maybe the wrong words there, or been in a position to see law enforcement take a child from a mother that is being arrested for shoplifting, being arrested for, now that would be an enforceable crime, according to some. Have you ever seen the mother that's been arrested for shoplifting, or the dad, or the police will pull somebody over and there's 2 kids in the back seat and they run their driver's license, come to find out they have warrants for some serious crimes, but they do have warrants and they got to execute those warrants. So they have to separate those children on the side of a highway. And what do? They usually call out another police officer that is trained in taking, yes, they're trained. They're trained in taking the children in, getting them connected with family services or another family member, whatever the case may be, and handling and keeping these kids as one safe, comforted, the best of their ability and they're not mistreated. Have you ever had the opportunity to witness that? Right? Because maybe they shoplift, maybe, and the kids are screaming they want their mom. Maybe they shoplift, maybe they have a felon and they have a gun. Maybe they have a warrant for some kind of other theft, whatever it may be. Now, see, those are ones that you are okay with seeing a child screaming for their mom and dad not knowing what happened. But if dad happens to be working somewhere this morning and he has forged documents, whether it be Social Security and driver's license and birth certificate, and he takes these forged documents into a workplace and gets a job, we're not going to, that's not enforceable. So I'm not going to hash that. I tell you what I want to do. I want to play that one more time. I want to get away from it, and I want to have a final comment. But I do want to play that again. I want you to listen again. And what I want you to listen for this time, and tell me if I'm wrong, do you hear the cut? She's speaking Spanish, and then there's a slight cut in the CBS film there. And I would like to know how, when the when the law enforcement, okay, let me get that correct. I'm sorry, Josh. When the targeted law enforcement operation when the targeted law enforcement operation took place, how did they know to find this child? How did they know to write this script for this child? How did this child know, all right, that this child's supposed to be on the way to school? So who took this child there? Who found this child? And 2 hours later, we're reunited with mom. One more time. So you could, now next time when you watch this, we have to join together and stop the enemy of the people, the corrupt, corporate, deep state media, CBS. Go with it again.
I don't want my dad. No, the Hispanic people are not doing nothing bad. They're not stealing nothing. I can't do nothing but please open the door for the parents. I'm stuck over there in jail. I'm not gonna have nothing. It's the first day of school for me. My dad bought everything for me to live over here. The rent, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. And I'm so hungry right now. I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal. So the government, please put your heart. Let my parents be free with everybody else, please. Don't leave the child with cryiness and everything.
I know, I look very insensitive here. It's her first day of school. Now, how does this little child know that if her dad goes to jail, who will pay the rent? The rent. Wow, he's not a criminal. Well, there's the defense. Well, this child knows her dad's no criminal. She knows that. Why are you going to leave these children crying? Do you really believe, and here's what I want to say, okay, because I want to do this before the Epstein, okay? Do you really believe, okay, the media found these people, found these children, and all of this is just a spontaneous news report? This is a spontaneous news report. Really? Wonder if the Epstein is a spontaneous news report. Don't fall for this, folks. They'll take your guns. They'll try to lead you to believe anything. So now, let's talk about Epstein when we return. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break, Josh.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We only have until 9:50 because at 9:50 it will be time for Instant Replay with Lauren Hunter. That is at 9:50 on Facebook. That's on Team FYN Sports. You have a card there we can throw up. Lauren Hunter at 9:50. Every Monday I have to get out of the way, move along so she can get in here for 10:10. And you find that show at Team FYN Sports Facebook page live every Monday morning. And I tell you what, they have a lot going on. I mean, I'm seeing softball. I mean, I don't know how she's getting this in an hour. I know but softball, football scrimmages all around. Stay tuned for that at 10:10. Now, Josh, I have put up the ways that people can follow us and get in touch with us on social media. I have my Border Patrol hat. Right? We have our Trump 2020. Okay. Now, they feel, and I did not put this in the gun segment. I did not want to go down that road right now. We will have more gun segments. America, they want to take your guns. But they also feel that this is a divide between Trump and his supporters. They actually feel that his supporters could leave him over red flag law. So they're attempting to do everything they can to put pressure on the president to try to put some space between Trump supporters and the president. Okay, so let's go with the tweet. Where is the tweet? The tweet. I'll find it here in just a second. So number 37, and we played this guy on the show not long ago. This is number 37. Trump promotes Epstein Clinton conspiracy theory. Okay? So this is Terrence Williams, all right? And this is his tweet, okay? And we have right there on the screen, at the top of the screen, Terrence Williams. I can't read it from here. But Jeffrey Epstein had information on Bill Clinton. Now he's dead. I see hashtag Trump body count. But know who did this? RT. RT is a Russian news network, if you're not surprised. Hashtag Epstein suicide, Clinton body count, okay? RT, but we know who did this. RT, if you're not surprised, okay? So anyhow, the media is going crazy over this tweet and a retweet. So let's go through the media hysteria over this quickly. And let me get, I forgot something on the gun legislation earlier, and we will go back to that. Jeffrey Epstein. And I want to go through here quickly and find the ones that I wanted to the president. Okay, number 26. The president's history of spreading conspiracy theories. President retweets baseless claim linking Clintons to Epstein's suicide. All right, let's go to number 28. Remember back when the president thought maybe this guy was born in Kenya and didn't have a birth certificate? Trump's history of spreading conspiracy theories. President retweets baseless. Now, they come out and immediately attack the president trying to squash this, okay? Because their biggest fear, and I'm going to tell you what Donald Trump did yesterday with that one retweet, all right? Trump's history of spreading conspiracy theory. Trump retweets, president retweets baseless claim linking Clinton to Epstein. I remember back that old birth certificate thing. Then we have, let me go through these before we get to the questions of the suicide. Number 38. Questions swirl around Epstein's death. No evidence linking Clintons to convicted sex trafficking suicide. No evidence. We have no evidence. It's funny, you never have evidence to anything linking the Clintons to anything. There's never any evidence, right? Linking them to, let me see if I have something else. Then they had to run this, number 49. Number 49, Trump retweets Epstein conspiracy theory. Theory claims Clinton connection to former associate's death. Associate. Clinton connection to former associate's death. Associate. That's what it's called now to rape 14-year-old girls. Why, an associate of mine hosts a party where we have 14-year-old girls on the menu. Oh, an associate's death. He was just an associate. All right, so anyhow, CNN got serious and they called in Francis, right, number 50. Trump spreads unfounded conspiracy about Epstein's death. Then here's this one right here, number 51. And they don't know what they're saying here. 63 million Twitter followers. 63 million Twitter followers. Trump retweets Epstein conspiracy theory. The theory claims Clinton connection to former associate's death. Look at that former associate. I mean, let's refer to a piece of no good garbage like Bill Clinton and a piece of no good garbage like Jeffrey Epstein as an associate. But 63 million followers. All right. And before we go any further with the Attorney General and the conspiracy theory, let me say this. Here's what President Donald J. Trump did yesterday right there. He said to America, go look this up. Go look this up, America. Look up Clintons. Look up death. Okay? So, I don't want to take too much time on this, but I want to get to some more things this morning. All right? But there's the complete list. You can go to Gateway Pundit. Here is a complete list of Clinton associates. associates who allegedly died mysteriously or committed suicide before testimony, including Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? There's a whole list. Clinton made 27 trips to Jeffrey Epstein's private plane. Most of those flights were with underage girls. All right. So here's the list. James McDougal. Look up James McDougal. Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner died apparently of a heart attack. Mary Mahoney. Look up Mary Mahoney. Here's the one I love. Vince Foster. Committed suicide, shot to the back of the head. Former White House counsel and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm died of a gunshot wound to the head, ruled a suicide. And here's the one I love the most is Ron Brown, okay? And Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce and former DNC chairman, reported to have died by impact in a plane crash. He died by impact. A pathologist close to the investigation reported that there was a hole in the top of Brown's skull resembling a gunshot wound. Please, this is your pilot. Prepare for takeoff. Everybody, please fasten yourself seatbelt. We will be cruising at 37,000 feet today. It'll be a smooth flight. And as soon as the captain turns off the seatbelt sign, someone will come around and shoot you in the top of the head. Or did they shoot him and put him on the plane? Is it weekend at Ron Brown's? So, wound, a gunshot wound, at the time of his death was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. The rest of the people on the plane also died. A few days later, the air traffic controller committed suicide. Guess what? Trump has 63 million followers. Guess what? If the media is going crazy over it, and they're talking about and mourning Schmojo, where is Schmojo? I mean, I know I had him up there. I sent you no pictures of Schmojo this morning? Wow, how did that slip the ranks? But Morning Schmojo is up there, and they're all screaming about Trump and his conspiracy theories and everything. And the media's going nuts. What did Donald Trump do? He played the media once again because guess what? Clinton, suicide, Epstein. There's millions of people that are learning for the first time about Ron Brown. There's millions of people that are learning for the first time about Vince Foster. There's millions of people, and let me just do this one more time. Let's go down to, let's just pick. The following Clinton bodyguards are also dead. Wow, following Clinton bodyguards. The list goes on. So, Epstein is dead, and the media is going crazy over this, and I do know what Trump did is he has now millions of Americans that are looking this up for the first time. Now, I did not, okay, put up a picture of Prince Andrew, okay. Fox News, I will give this much credit. You're not hearing this anywhere else. Number 18. Google this today while you have time. George Mitchell. So we're all wondering, I'm telling you, Friday, there's a release of documents that start laying out these pieces of garbage. And Saturday, Epstein commits suicide. That's right. So conspiracy theory has gone wild, and we won't know. I mean, I got the phone call Saturday. I'm driving home. Get the phone call. What if this medication, and they named it, was used on Epstein to slow his heart down to a rate to where you could not detect he lived, he was alive. We see pictures of him being rolled out. We see pictures of him on a gurney. and then the CIA, or not say CIA, but our federal authorities hide him on an island somewhere. Or he paid the most elaborate scheme to have that done, and there's people that got him to an island and he's drinking Mai Tais. I don't know. So there's George Mitchell. He's the former U.S. Senate Majority Leader, Democrat. Did you see that across your news cycle this morning? How many times have you heard George Mitchell's name out of the corrupt corporate deep state media that we have to take down? Did you hear it any? Very few. Fox floated it a couple times. Okay? Look up George Mitchell. Second, let's look up this piece of SH asterisk asterisk. Number 19. Richardson. Richardson could not be any closer within the circle and the loop of the Clintons. Richardson, former New Mexico governor. Look up all of his positions he's had with the DNC, around the DNC, with Clintons. Piece of garbage, Bill Richardson. Why, he was an associate, where the menu was 14-year-old girls. Prince Andrew, right? Did you see that on any of the Sunday morning shows? Fox did a small shot on it. CBS, did you? Are you seeing that on any of your news cycles this morning about these Democrats? You see, Epstein was a Democrat. Trump ran Epstein off because he knew he was a piece of garbage. Clinton was Epstein's friend, not associate, friend. 26 times you get on the plane with him. Friend, close friend. He has so much dirt on Bill Clinton. If you think he's got dirt on Bill Richardson, George Mitchell, did he help Clinton get dirt on these people so Clinton could control these people? Or is there a lot of dirt on Clinton that we're waiting to see? Now forget, here's what happens. You know, you keep wanting to know what happens in court. Forget what happens in court. I have seen this before, and some people will argue with me that I'm not, I don't have it exactly the way it works. But here's what happens in court. They go to court, and you have the accusers, and they're going against the estate, or you have the other people, the pieces of garbage like this, and they keep coming up with Epstein this and Epstein that. The estate will have an attorney. There'll be an attorney in there. I don't know how to explain this, but there'll be an attorney in that room that will pop up every time Epstein comes up and says Epstein did this and that. Will say, Your Honor, Jeffrey Epstein's not here to defend himself. Your Honor, Jeffrey Epstein can't speak for himself today. So whatever accusations are being made, we can't hear from the grave. You can't take that, Your Honor, because that's hearsay. Jeffrey Epstein, he's not here to defend himself. Watch what happens there. See, Jeffrey Epstein will not be there to defend himself. Okay? And he will not be able to speak for himself. That will come up. So, let's go through some other things with Epstein. Okay? Before we get to it, let's go to some bylines. Okay? This is this week with George Stephanopoulos, number 9. This is Michelle Licata. All right, Licata. Jeffrey Epstein accuser. All right. Let's go to, this is Pierre Thomas, number 10. ABC News chief justice correspondent yesterday. And, I'm watching Pierre Thomas, and you know what Pierre Thomas said? He said, you know what? Right now, ABC, can this be foul play? It could be anything. Pierre Thomas said to George Stephanopoulos, he said, with all of my sources that I have and my contacts, George, this could be anything. We can't rule out anything here. Okay? It's Pierre Thomas. So let's go back to some more pics. And let's go to We'll go through these one at a time. Here is number 17, a little byline. Okay, Fox News Sunday, Spencer Coven? I don't know what the hell. Attorney representing Epstein's accuser. And then we have, let's go to this one pic we pulled off the internet, supposedly number 20. This is Jeffrey Epstein. This is Jeffrey Epstein being slid, boom, right there into the back of the van there for the, I guess, out of the morgue, or I mean out of the prison. But all right, you noticed the curtains. Now pay attention to this. They got these privacy curtains up, okay? Now let's go to number 24, the Metropolitan Correction Center, right? Questions about Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. Multimillionaire inmate was removed from suicide watch late July. Okay, we don't know why. Okay, let me get, now here we already looked at this one, number 32. We're going to go through everything because you're out there making a decision right now. So, who released this picture? Now, what we're going to be told by the Attorney General is it's an ongoing investigation. So we're not, I don't know when we will see footage of his jail cell. I don't know when we will get the names of the guards. They may be out there that were on duty. Okay? I don't know when we will see the log sheets when the guards go every 30 minutes and check cells. I do not know when we will get any of those details. They may be starting to come out. But why did this picture surface? Ask yourself, part of the day. Number 33. Why did that picture surface? Is it to give an illusion he's dead? Now, I don't know today. But I'm telling you, I'm not buying into any single thing. Do I think the Clintons possibly had something to do with this? Absolutely. All you got to do is see George Mitchell and the piece of crap, you know, piece of crap from New Mexico, Bill Richardson. You start seeing these pieces of garbage surface. Oh, yeah, Bill Clinton. If you think they got something on him. Because here's the thing is, if, you know, I want to know, this will have, if the Clintons had something to do with it, this will have about 3 murders. Did you notice when I read Ron Brown looked like, you know, apparently he had a gunshot wound to his head? He could have been the only one dead. But my opinion, the Clintons knew about Ron Brown's death. My opinion, the Clintons may have some involvement, my opinion, in Ron Brown's death. But if you just find Ron Brown like Vince Foster, because maybe they said, hey, we don't want this whole Vince Foster mess again. That didn't go well. Let's go with killing a bunch of people and him just being in the mix. Because if you notice, there was a lot more people on that plane that day when it went down. So who would suspect somebody killing a bunch of people to get the one they wanted? Oh, that would never happen, right? So do I think that possibly the Clintons have something to do with this? Absolutely. But what I want to know is how many die. Because you have the one that, kills the person. And then you have the other one that kills the person that killed Epstein. And then you have the other one that kills the person that killed the person that killed Epstein. So that way you can back down the trail to that many people don't know anything. And you can get closer to the real source, but it draws away from Epstein. I mean, I'm just saying that, whether you understand which way I went or not. All right, number 30. But why is this picture released? Why? Number 34, questions about Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. All right. Number 35, we're going through the bylines real quick. Questions about Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. Number 36, guards didn't check on Epstein as scheduled. So wherever Epstein's at, they got a 30-minute rotation. Every 30 minutes they're supposed to go through. Now, I don't know, I'm going to do this by memory really quickly, but my understanding is the area where Epstein died, the jail cell, apparently that was supposed to have 2 inmates at all time. There were supposed to be 2 in the cell at all time. And supposedly Friday, is it Friday night? Just the day before, you got to understand, the garbage material comes out with Richardson and Mitchell, and these documents get released. Friday, the second inmate is moved out of his cell. Look it up. Moved. Saturday, Epstein seems to wake up alone. The guards are overworked. They're on overtime. They're supposed to be doing 30-minute and even waking the inmates up. But they may have give Epstein, what, an hour, hour and a half? Right? We never know. Will we hear the cameras are broke? Who slipped in there? Then we have number 41. Before jail suicide, Jeffrey Epstein was left alone and not closely monitored. Left alone and not closely monitored. Number 42. You know, I'm telling you what we're going to need here is we're going to need Jeffrey to have he needs some alone time. I mean, Jeffrey's just searching himself inside and out, just trying to figure out where things went wrong. I mean, could you not give Jeffrey just a little time to himself? I mean, that's all he's asking for. Who was that on the phone? I don't know. I can't recognize the voice. Epstein's guards working extreme overtime shift morning of death, 42. Number 43. You know, he's not on suicide watch, but who is the guard that says, look, man, there's nothing happening to this dude on my watch? New York Times, number 43, before jail suicide, Jeffrey Epstein was left alone and not closely monitored. Mr. Epstein was supposed to have had another inmate in his cell, 3 officials said, but the jail had recently transferred his cellmate and allowed Mr. Epstein to be housed alone, a decision that also violated the jail's procedures with 2 officials said, or something like that. Let's go to 44. Multiple people briefed on the investigation told NBC News that Epstein underwent a psychiatric evaluation on or about July 29th after he was cleared from suicide watch and returned to a cell in the special housing unit. What did he tell him to get off suicide watch? I promise I won't do it again. I promise. I really do. I don't know what I was thinking that day. I mean, you know, I got up and I was used to jogging, 2 14-year-olds, a freshly pressed shirt, lunch at the club, and I just said to myself, oh my God, where's the girls in the club in my freshly pressed shirt? And it was a bad day, but I promise it won't happen again. Okay, we trust you. It won't happen again. Take him off suicide watch. He's just another one of those pieces of garbage back there. After autopsy, number 45, after autopsy, cause of Jeffrey Epstein's death awaits further information. Now, buddy, let me tell you something. Now, I know this is New York. Is it New York City? But let me tell you something. It's amazing Information come out on Friday, dude die on Saturday, autopsy done on Sunday. It's over, Jack. Boom. Now, I'm wondering if a bum off the street gets the autopsy or somebody else. I wonder if any family gets autopsy, their loved one's body like this happened. This is bada bing, bada boom, it's over. I don't know where they're going to bury the dude. Wonder if we'll get to see that. Wonder if there'll be crying widows there. Wonder if there'll be crying 30-some-year-olds that used to be 14 there. I know, I don't give a rat's what you think of what I'm saying. Number 46. Epstein's guards worked extreme overtime shifts morning of the death. Number 47. Washington Post. Correction officers did not check on Epstein for several hours before his death, violating protocol, person familiar with the case says. The 2 correction officers assigned to watch the special unit in the detention center where Epstein was being housed were working overtime. What the hell? I'm tired. All right, man, I'm zapped. You do the walk. No, I'm zapped. I've got 42 hours in this week. I'm zapped. My feet are hurting. One forced to do so by management, the other for his 4th or 5th consecutive day. The president of the local union and staffer said they were exhausted. They were just flat exhausted. You got to understand, they put jelly donuts in there. And these guys get a sugar rush, and they're eating jelly donuts, and they're sitting in the lounge, and they're watching all these monitors. And they say, hey, Joe, it's 30 minutes, it's your turn. No, I just filled up on the jelly donuts, it's your turn. No, I got 42 hours in. I'm serious, what the friggin' hell? Why the Jeffrey Epstein investigation is not over, number 48. Federal prosecutors and FBI agents who built the case said Mr. Epstein will turn their attention to the people whom accusers have said participated in the scheme and the dates back more than a decade and involved the sexual exploitation of dozens of underage girls. Look, let me just look at the camera and tell you, Hillary Clinton got away with the murder of 4 of our Americans in Benghazi. Got away with it. Scot-free, clean, zip, zilch, whatever. They're dead. The Clintons, my opinion, probably get the lawsuits now, my opinions, the Clintons know how to murder and put everybody in the right corner and clean up the mess and move on to the next pantsuit and the next place Bill can look at 14-year-old girls. So, anyhow, let's go to the Bullfrog 52. Deeply disturbed to learn of Jeffrey Epstein's death while supposedly on watch at the Metropolitan Correction Center. I'm pleased that the Department of Justice and Inspector General and FBI will be investigating. There are many questions that need to be answered in this case. And let's go to the Attorney General, number 54, his statement today. Attorney General's statement on death of Jeffrey Epstein. I was appalled to learn that Jeffrey Epstein was found dead early this morning from an apparent suicide while in federal custody. Mr. Epstein's death raises serious questions that must be answered. In addition to the FBI investigation, I have consulted with the Inspector General, who is opening an investigation into the circumstances of Mr. Epstein's death. Okay, now let's stay there for a minute. Let's go to this one, number 55. Attorney General Barr appalled by Epstein's apparent suicide, says Inspector General. Okay. I would say here's what we know, but we don't. I would say that, when is a conspiracy not a conspiracy theory if the theory is correct? Can I say that again? Josh, when is a conspiracy theory not a conspiracy theory when the theory is correct, right? When is it? Okay. Labeling us is how they do it. You understand? Labeling us racist, labeling us white supremacists, white nationalists, labeling us violent gun owners, labeling us, labeling raids, ICE raids, labels, right? Now, if we question anything other than a legitimate suicide, that Jeffrey Epstein was tired of living. Jeffrey Epstein knew Friday that all of this information was going to be so damaging and embarrassing. What was this information going to do to particularly Jeffrey Epstein? First of all, I think he knows he's not getting out of prison, right? I think he knows that it's not going to change whether he gets 25, 35, or life. I think he knows, I don't know, maybe he says, I take my life versus somebody killing me, because they will in Gen Pop. When we put me in general population, I will get killed, okay? There's a whole list of possibly what Jeffrey Epstein was thinking. But what was the particular benefit, and I hate to put it that way, for him to kill himself? Just so he didn't have to daily hear the news of the scumbags that went on that island? So he didn't have to daily hear the news of testimony from these young ladies? Because you need to understand, these young ladies, they didn't bother Jeffrey Epstein. Every time they're on TV, it doesn't bother. He sees one of these young ladies testify or give their statement to a news organization. He just remembers when they were 14 years old and they were doing all the things for him and his friend that he wanted. That's all. He's a piece of garbage. You think he's sensitive? You think he has feelings? You've lost your damn mind. So why kill yourself? Why? Right? Why not sit down with the prosecutor and say, hey, let's make a deal. I made one in Florida. You ready? I can bring you the biggest fish you've ever had. Why not? Why not sit down with the prosecutor? I don't know. Why somebody like Jeffrey Epstein have guards decided to leave him alone for an extended period of time? I don't know. Why? Why was he taken off suicide watch? Because he promised he wouldn't do it again? Or he promised he was just having a bad day? I understand this guy was used to throwing shirts away. He's sitting in a jail cell and he throws shirts away. That he every day when he got up, he'd put a shirt on. When he's done, he'd throw it out, never wear it twice. There's things like that. So when he got on the front of the people on Suicide Watch, what did he tell them? Why don't we get those Suicide Watch release documents? Here is our opinion. It's just like parole. You get somebody, I will never do it again. Yeah, you say that, but parole denied. Ching, you're back in. So 3 years later, where are you going? You're all shined up. You got your hair combed. You've brushed your tooth. You've covering up your prison tattoos. You put a scarf around your neck. So all the Nazi tats are gone. What are you doing? Parole board today. Get in there. Yes. It was a terrible crime. I will never do anything like that again. I have been rehabilitated. Really? Parole denied. But here it is. Epstein rolls in there to the board that decides, and they do a little evaluation. They get this psychiatric evaluation, and he promises he'll never do it again. All right, take the suicide watch off the guy. He's all right. Give him a knife and fork so he can cut his steak or whatever he's getting, or his hamburger steak. I don't know. So all the questions are out there. I guess I want to end with this because I only have 6 minutes. I want to end with this. We'll go into it. If you are out there and you believe possibly that Jeffrey Epstein is not dead, you believe possibly they gave him something to slow his heart rate down to where there was no detection and somebody got him out of there and got him somewhere so he is never able to testify, keep going. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. If you think the guy just swung himself in a jail cell because he couldn't take, he's such a prissy little piece of garbage that he couldn't take being locked up, and he, when these documents come out, the whole world's going to see, and he's going to be an embarrassed billionaire in jail, go for it, whatever you want. If you think the Clintons know some people, they got a guy, and somehow the guards, we're talking people with billions of dollars, and somehow the guards were bought an extra box or two of donuts to stay over in the lounge. Look, there's some extra Krispy Kremes. We got our peanut butter and jelly flavors over there today. So if you bought, the guards, and I'm not talking down the guards, all right, but if you bought a little extra time, let's just say one of the guards has a new Corvette in the driveway. Go check. Just saying. Just say one of the guards always got that skidoo, that jet ski you always want. I'm just saying. Maybe there was a brown paper bag behind the dumpster. Just saying. Right? Just saying. What if? And, look, you need an hour? Yeah. Kill that camera. I need an hour. Right? Somebody goes in. Jeffrey, I happen to be your last visitor, Jeffrey. You remember that time? I've only got an hour now, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I've only got an hour. And you remember that time we was flying down there that island? Yes. I mean, we had the milks shaking that day, didn't we? We hit that turbulence, them little 14-year-old girls would jump up and down. Remember that, Jeffrey? Well, you know what? Here's something you'll never forget. I don't know. But if you believe that, go for it. Go for it. And you believe you could trust your government, you go for it. And if you could trust your government to take your guns, you go for it. If you trust your government to handle your health care and promise you can keep your doctor, you can keep your insurance, you go for it. If you believe any of this crap, you just go for it. You got it? Your grandkids will be trying to figure out who killed Jeffrey Epstein, and I can't wait. All right, look, here's two things I want to do, Josh. I did not get to go to all the pictures, but I do want to go to 2 videos, okay? Because this guy is brain dead. Brain dead. All right? Let's see what somebody, wait a minute, I may have a comment here on this. With the reference of red flag laws, Trump has been clear he wants to come up with a way to prevent crazy people who will do harm to others from keeping firearms once they have indicated that they intend to use them to harm others and are serious about it. To declare the need for simple common sense, but to do it in a way that affords due process is an important constitutional consideration. So far, no legislation has been crafted for Trump to consider all of this in the abstract at best. Chill pill time, and Trump is not after your guns. I did not tell you Trump was after your guns today. That's Hank Sullivan. Thanks for the comment, Hank. I like that. Great. Thanks for the comment. I did not tell you President Donald Trump's after your guns. I'm in fear of just the government, okay? You trust your government, that's up to you. Now, Josh, we got to close. It is 9:50. It will only take a minute. Let's do the poor kids. Do you have that video? You know which one I'm talking about? All right. Okay, let's do that one for Biden. Let's leave with a Biden gaffe of the day.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, really, but think how we think about it. We think, no, we're going to dumb it down. They can do anything anybody else can do, give it a shot.
Poor kids can do anything. Why, it's not just for whites and Asians. Poor kids can handle it too. Whew, wow, sound the alarm. Now, let's give you a Joe Biden gaffe from the past. You got that one, Josh? Roll it.
And I also am told that Chuck Graham, state senator, is here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. I tell you what, stand up for Chuck. Thank you, pal. You can tell I'm new. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
Folks, if you're going to announce an elected official in the audience, you might want to take a minute and find out he's in a wheelchair and not yell, "Stand up, Chuck." A gaffe from the past. This is the best they have. The best they have. I got to go. I'll be back tomorrow morning, okay, at 8 a.m. And now go over at 10 to Instant Replay, and that's on Facebook and our Team FYN Sports, okay? Take us to break, Josh.